welcome back. So I got this little device in the mail. Let me get you out of the sun there. So I got this little device in the mail. This is the Finman saltwater line cutter and hook keeper. So let me get that right there. So I got this thing in the mail. I came across this and I wanted to give it a try. So this mounts on the shaft of your rod, and it's got a little cutter. You can kind of cut like little tag ends off, or it's even got a part so you can just slide your braid down and cut like line, and it's also got areas here for like tying hooks and stuff like that, to I guess keep your little fingers from getting poked. So yeah, so let's give this a try. And I got some 20-pound braid mounted on my bait caster here, so I'm gonna mount this on the rod, and we're gonna go over to the local canal here and check it out. The way you mount it is comes with these little rubber O-rings here. These are basically like O-rings like you would find on like cars and different other like kind of devices, basically like rubber bands basically. So this is how it mounts onto the rod, like that. So I'm going to mount it onto my rod, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to change lures around and kind of check it out, and we're going to see how this sucker works. See you. So I haven't decided where I want to mount this yet, and it goes that way. See, the way they have it, it's mounted up here. That could work, I guess. Maybe I'll try it up there. I don't know if I really want to go up that high. I was thinking down here, but it shouldn't get in the way down here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go at the bottom. I'll try it out, and I guess there's different sizes here you use. Oh, I guess maybe this is not for like tying hooks. You could use it for tying hooks though, if you really think about it. Put your hook on here and use this to twist it around. Yeah, I mean, it could work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount this on here, and I'm gonna figure out what size I need. And if we can get this on here. Easier said than done. Okay, all right, that's not so bad actually. So put it on, wrap it around, try not to break it. I'm using the bigger size, so these things are pretty tight. Okay, that's on there pretty tight actually. Okay, that's good, that's where I want it. So I'll put the other one on here. I don't know if I have you in the shot here. So let's get, as I'm tearing the tip of my rod apart here. Tell you what, these are pretty tight. So okay, cool, we are on. So let's start by get some line out here. So let's start by, we're gonna start on the little choppy chop part right here. So how do we get it in there? Let's see. Okay, just like that. So let's see how good this thing cuts 20-pound braid. Oh, pretty good. It's pretty clean actually. I'll tell you what it won't do, I imagine, is cut this little nonsense off here. You know, when you're like, the way I have this tied on there, I kind of have doubled up a little bit, so I might have to get a little creative here. Maybe I can get it close enough to do that. Let's see. We'll go in the side here. If we can get it in there, let's see. Oh, look at that, it did it. So, not too bad, not too bad. That's just a little piece of line that's stuck on there. Okay, cool. All right, let's retie this on, and we'll go out there, and then we'll kind of try the other parts here, and see what we can do. All right, so I purposely left this longer tag end on, longer than I normally would, because I want to really kind of test this out. So apparently you could just run this in here like so, and just kind of pull it towards that, and it just cuts your tag end off. It works. I mean, a little more effort than I think I'm willing to put into it. Maybe not. Let's just rather probably snip it, you know, if I'm, to be honest with you here. That's good enough for me. So I think what I'll do is go test this out, and I want to try it while standing up, without having anywhere to put this, so I can kind of really test how I can do it while actually in you know, the act of changing a lure out while I'm on the fly. Alright, so I'm at this little canal here. This is kind of a little little basin area. Kind of canals go that way, and that way. So I just cast around a little bit, a few times. I kind of want to see if this thing gets in the way at all. It'd be really cool if I caught a fish while I'm doing this. Alright, so I want to swap out lures here to see how we can do this thing on the fly. As soon as I get this thing untangled from my spinner here. There we go. Always something. Okay, so let some line out. Now, should I clip it or should I pull it? Let's see. Let's try to pull it. Let's see if how safe that is. Let's see. We'll do it that way. Pull it across. Yeah, I mean, it takes a little effort, but it got it off. And let me just nip this little end of the line off here. Let's see, we'll pull that up. Is it a little bit more effort than I probably want to put in? Again, probably is. Yeah, well, let's skip that for now. So, on the ground here, I just found this little crankbait, so I'm going to tie this sucker on and make a few casts with this. But before I start casting, I'm going to trim the tag end off. So now we're actually going to get creative. Let's go actually Palomar knot. Let's go Palomar, make it a little bit more interesting for cutting the tag end off. Tag end, actually I'm going to give it a little bit more. I haven't had a Palomar knot with treble hooks in a long time. Okay, here we go. So I'm just holding the rod under my arm. Excuse me, the wind is blowing crazy here. So there we go, it's through. Pull it tight. Alright, so that's good. Oh, I'm missing a little barb off that. That's fine. Okay, so cool. Let's cut the tag end off of this. I gotta let some more line out. Well, it didn't work. I know it cuts, so that's not an issue. The issue is me standing here holding this thing while the wind is blowing everything I have everywhere. Alright, let's try this again. Tag end. It's probably much easier without the wind. You gotta watch it you don't cut your main line by accident. Tell you what, let's leave that there. Let's pull our tag end off that way. Alright, that cut good. There's our tag end, throw that in our pocket to get rid of later. Alright, so I mean it got it close enough. I could probably get it closer if the wind wasn't blowing so hard. But nevertheless it did the job it was supposed to. So let's cast this out. Again, it's not bothering me where it's at. I mean, I could probably move it and not even notice it, but for right now it's okay. Alright, so we've cast it around. We've had some fun here. Let's see how it works as a hook keeper here. So we'll just put our triple hook in there. This rod actually already has a hook keeper, so it's not gonna save the world as far as that's concerned. But as far as keeping hooks, I mean, it does the job it's supposed to do. My other hook keeper's right here, so it's not really doing me much good here since I already have one. But if you didn't have one, this would be perfect. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it does the job. All right, so it's been tested. It does what it's supposed to do. It does cut the line. Gosh, if I were to give this thing a rating, 0 being the worst thing I've ever tried and 10 being the best thing I've ever tried, I'd probably give this I'd probably give this maybe a 7. Gosh, I mean, 7's very generous. I'll only give it a 7 because it actually does what it's supposed to do. It does what it says it's going to do. It cuts your line. It's a little gimmicky, absolutely. It is a little gimmicky. But will it replace a small pair of scissors in your pocket or on your boat? No, it won't. It works, but it's the problem is it's a little gimmicky. It's eventually going to wear out. It probably will wear out faster than a pair of scissors. You can't really sharpen this thing, I imagine. You could, I guess, if you really wanted to, but out of 10, I'd give it a 7. And it's, again, very generous. And I only give it that because it does work. So you can, you know, check them out if you like. This is not a paid endorsement. This is just me checking out a new product online and giving you my honest opinion. So the Finman rod handle cutter thing, check it out.